What if there are two Obamas? Today is July 18th and you're watching the Innovation Report video edition. Hey everyone, I'm Najeeb and you're watching the 19th Innovation Report, so let's just jump right into it. So this week we're going to be talking about something that we use very often, which is video. So that means if you're watching this video or if you're listening to this on a podcast, you're still consuming the content. However, the content right now is really coming out of my mouth in this case. However, the one thing that's changing as we're starting to see is the shift towards automation, artificial intelligence, and also CGI, computer graphics interface. Now, if you take a look at this video.
You're absolutely right, Whoopi, that us showing respect for other people, us being thoughtful about other people's traditions, is something that Michelle and I try to teach our kids.
What you see is Obama speaking, but in fact, this is not Obama speaking. This is just a composition of Obama's lower half of his face combined with his body, or rather a video of his body. The way this was done was by taking a look at and analyzing 14 hours of Obama's weekly addresses and analyzing the speech patterns as well as the lip movements.
Given this audio as input,
it's been less than a week since the deadliest mass shooting in American history.
Our method produces the following output.
It's been less than a week since the deadliest mass shooting in American history. And foremost in all of our minds has been the loss and the grief felt by the people of Orlando.
Here's the ground truth video of Obama saying the same words.
Especially our friends who are lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender. I visited with the families of many of the victims on Thursday, and one thing I told them is that they're not alone. The American people and people all over the world are standing with them.
So the researchers were actually able to take a look at the entire lip movements and train a neural network over 14 hours of video to learn how to move, sync not only the lips and the mouth, but also the entire face, the bottom half. As you can see in this video, initially what starts off with is just 0.3%, or rather a very small sample of Obama's speeches.
A time-varying mouth shape.
Now, most of us don't get our health care through the marketplace. We get it through our job, or through Medicare or Medicaid.
Then, we synthesize mouth texture.
And what you should know is that, thanks to the Affordable Care Act, your coverage is better today than it was before. You
Next, we enhance details in teeth.
now have free preventive care. There are no more annual or lifetime limits on essential health care.
Finally, we blend the mouth texture onto a retimed target video and match the pose.
Women can get free checkups, and you can't get charged more just for being a woman.
And what you saw was that as the neural network started getting more and more information, it started to adapt and sync its lip movements as well as facial compositions to match his style. And this is what's coming out right now.
And law enforcement communities have already prevented many attacks, saved many lives, and we won't let up. And law enforcement communities have already prevented many attacks, saved many lives, and we won't let up. And law enforcement communities have already prevented many attacks, saved many lives, and we won't let. Law enforcement communities have already prevented many attacks, saved many lives, and we.
Now, even though we have this video, some of the problems that happen right now is some jittery, or you could see Obama would have a double chin. So it isn't perfect yet, but you can see the potential for it. At the same time, what this artificial lip syncing can do is actually change the order of the video so it looks like it's seamless. It can also take a video from Obama's early years and make sure it matches and syncs to the audio that was set in it.
Obama speaking his words from a quarter century ago.
Although I'm honored, and I think people can say that my election symbolizes some progress, at least within the small confines of the legal community, I think it's real important to keep the focus on the broader world out there and see that for a lot of kids, the doors that have been open to me aren't open to them.
We can even create an Obama video from voice impressionists.
Here we go. President Barack Obama. When you're giving a speech, make sure you use a lot of pauses and speak in a very weird timbre. Up and down and up, down, down.
And now this is where the future is. Now, if you think about what happened or what was revealed earlier in a few months before with Adobe, with their audio program.
Here's more. We can actually type something that's not here. So I heard that actually on that day, Michael actually kissed our Jordan. So
Sorry?
to recover the truth, let's do it. So let's remove the word "my" here,
Your secret's out, Jordan.
and just type the word Jordan.
Ooh.
And here we go.
And I kissed Jordan and my dogs.
As you can see in this video, not only can you copy paste, but also introduce new elements or text that the person never said originally into this audio. So you have this audio and you have this video that can sync to this audio like we saw in Obama's video. At the same time, now if you take a look at the cameras that we have available, right now one of the smallest cameras that's widely available are the cameras that are on our phones, which, you know, as you can see by your phone, if you're using your phone to watch this video, it is obviously small. And now there is progression of cameras that are pill-sized, and these pill-sized can also shrink into something that's smaller than a penny. And as we get more developments of this camera size and its reduction in the size itself, it can also record information without any lenses at all. Now that you understand this and where we are in this current state, here's what I think of it. The challenge right now is, of course, having evidence that is true and unbiased, and that's evidence as itself, a fact. But what happens when you can change the fact to make it look like it's real? So what we're really talking about is provenance. So what provenance is, if you take a look at a Picasso painting, the way that you know it's a Picasso painting is that there is evidence that's saying it's going from one person to another person to another person to another person to all the way from Picasso. So Picasso originally had it, and you can track the chain down to make sure this is in fact a Picasso painting. But when it comes to video, what you see is what you get. That is, of course, until now, or at least until the recent times. As you can see with this innovation report, what ends up happening is if you're able to change not only the video but also audio, what can happen when you can completely change the evidence in fact? So what that means is it's going to hold a new ground, and that's what I think, that you should be more aware of not only video and audio, but also what evidence, if someone says, oh, this person said XYZ, but in fact this person didn't and it was modified. So that's the new challenge that the world we're going to be living in the future we're going to have to brace for. Now, having said that, of course it holds a lot of possibilities for entertainment, but when you take a look at evidence, this of course holds a lot of challenge. In the earlier innovation report, when we covered Donald Trump's voice and being able to match the tonality of it.
I am not a robot. My intonation is always different. I'm not a robot. My intonation is always different.
So we can get the audio, the video, everything combined. It isn't necessarily the best thing for evidence. However, for entertainment, different story, but it has a lot of potential for it. So that's what I'm thinking right now. That's what I'm feeling. I'm not sure in terms of where it holds or what's the police interpretation of evidence is in the going forward in the future, but it's gonna be some interesting few years ahead. That's it for the innovation report. I'm Najeeb Khan. If you want the full innovation report covering from artificial intelligence to energy to technology when it comes to healthcare and biotech, click on the link below or watch the previous innovation reports, and I'll see you next week.